Take my we probably don't want to leave our stuff here. We're going to want to yeah, if you wanted to stay and look after the stuff, and then I'll come back and talk to you at the end. All right, you ready to go? Are we live? Oh my God. All right, welcome everyone. We are at Consensus Invest. It's been a pretty exciting morning so far, and lots and lots of people here to talk to. So I'm going to find some people, then talk to. Can we talk to you for a second? So this gentleman here, it's very interesting that you're the first person that I found during this live stream. Kevin Worth, who is the head of CoinDesk. Welcome.
Hey Naomi, how are you?
I am doing really, really great. This conference has been amazing so far. The caliber of speakers, my goodness, the conversation so far has been fascinating. Generally, I come at the crypto world from a very non-institutional background. You know, it's a bunch of rowdy libertarians. So this is providing a completely different perspective. How do you feel?
I feel good. Listen, the whole point of CoinDesk doing these events is to facilitate meaningful conversations. And so we picked, unlike our big event that we do in May, which you're no part of, which is
amazing,
which is the sort of the big tent for the entire global community. Today is a deep vertical as institutional professional investors are trying to get their heads around crypto, digital asset future. It's, you know, I agree. I think we facilitated probably the most relevant conversations with the most relevant people where the narrative is today. So we're honored and happy and thrilled that they were all able to join us.
One of the most interesting narratives that I've heard today is people talking in relation to regulation. This has been a year where we've seen a lot more regulation entering the space. People have had their eye on the whole year as the ETFs, and just hearing professionals in the industry talk about whether or not they think it's actually correlated to market movements is very, very interesting, and I didn't expect.
Yeah. Listen, that's been a topic that's been out there for a while. Folks believe if you've heard this narrative. If one does get approved, that creates a lot more liquidity, and liquidity is good for the. Listen, and then we have Jan Van Eck at the end of the day, who has the sole application still going. So I don't know, maybe you'll hear something.
Because you have that side of things, and you have people like Caitlin Long who've written, regulation in Wyoming, for example. She was one of the people who orchestrated all the wonderful.
Our goal is just to facilitate. We make these invitations to really important people. We're always so honored when they accept them. It's going pretty well.
I love the fact that you've got all kinds of different people, that you are facilitating discussions. The panels are not one-sided. You have a lot of people from institutional investment, then you've got a lot of people from the side of decentralization, and just hearing those conversations between them has been very interesting. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
All right, thanks for having me. Okay.
Let's wander through and see if we can find Chris Zapboyd. You may know him, so he's a regular on my weekly recap today.
Oh, it's been a very more official than most of the conferences I go to. I'm usually
tight. It's very, very serious.
Yes, if you're not.
I have my serious clothes on.
Yes, absolutely.
I never have serious clothes on.
Well, I haven't put on a suit in a long time, so I didn't bother with the tie today, but this is the best I can do right now. But it's been very interesting talking to this group of people, and everybody here is very care about what's behind it.
Well, they're looking for investment tools. They're looking for financial vehicles to their mold. So I think that there is a little bit of translation that has to happen when you explain these products and have to explain, like, this is a completely new paradigm. They fit into this existing model that you're...
Yeah, and that's what we've been finding as we've been talking to these people, that a lot of them they're not even sure how to... That compliance stuff hasn't been done yet. They say any day now, and then we'll start.
What is?
Are trying to make a currency.
And that's a lot of the people who got into the space early. They were alternatives for people. They wanted to create tools, so people had options before. And I think maybe the people later on, they're not thinking in those terms, and that's interesting. I don't think that's necessarily bad. They definitely provide a different. I probably don't agree with a lot of them, but it is interesting having all these discussions and having these panels with these different perspectives. And so when I think it was Tyrone, he was saying, like, listen, I'm an institutional investor, recommend anyone buy an ETF. I would not sell that to my client. Partners are probably going to go crazy. I don't have the means to be in control of their money. I mean, there are a lot of people out there who just have terrible, terrible security. I know people who write their passwords on sticky notes and stick it to their computers, and so I feel like I would not trust these people to hold their own Bitcoin.
Well, in that case, that's what a old school bank is for. I mean, what banks were a couple hundred years ago were not somebody who loaned out money that wasn't theirs.
Not someone who had an infinite credit line to the Federal Reserve. They provided a service.
Exactly. I mean, bank run was not a thing until somebody thought, hey, what if I loan out other people's money and don't have all the money that I supposedly have in deposit? What a bank should be is someplace that holds your money safely at will for you, or you agree with them that you give it to them for a year and then they can loan it out, or 5 years or whatever. That's what a bank really should be, and that's what's going to come back with crypto, I feel.
And so there is a role for institutional players who provide these services, because not everyone is a security expert, not everyone really understands the tech. People do want to get involved though, they're curious, and I wouldn't dissuade them. I would encourage them to learn as much as they can, but honestly at the end of the day, if you can outsource to a trusted financial advisor, if that's the thing that you usually do, I'm not going to judge people on how they make their decisions.
Yeah, and there are a few advisors out there that are helping people with crypto right now, like the Liberty Advisor out of...
There are lots of them.
Yeah, and they are good to look up and good to help you, because they will help you know what to do. They'll help advise you on how much risk you can actually stand to hold in crypto. And a lot of these guys aren't traditionalists, so they can actually help you in ways that will help protect you from what I expect to be a very soon upcoming crash. And so they're very good people to talk to about this. And if they can help you dip a toe into the crypto space that you don't know what to do up until now, then I think that's great and perfect.
I mean, there were some people earlier in the panels today who were saying that they don't believe that, they believe that crypto is great because it's not an uncorrelated market. There's no reason why, something that exists entirely out of the financial structure should be correlated. But then that was rebutted, I think, by Ariana, who said, well, actually, of course it's correlated. If you're an investor who is looking at all these traditional financial tools and then suddenly your money dries up because the market just crashed, the S&P just crashed, the US dollar crashed, whatever, then of course you're going to be pulling your assets out of the riskiest investments first. Are you going to keep your money in this speculative investment that you don't really understand? It's probably the first thing to go. So maybe that could be a reason why we've had the crash at the moment. So it has been interesting just getting their perspective about these market movements in crypto. And then we can agree or disagree. I'll probably go through some of the videos later and maybe we'll do an analysis and say, like, what do we think of this, Chris?
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And about those risky assets, just think about before the 2008 crash. Gold actually dropped quite a bit right before the crash for just that reason, where they had margin calls on their traditional markets and they had to pull out of their other liquid markets.
And you'd think that if the market was going crazy and going down, then gold should be going up. But as you said, it's a correlated market because people have got to pull their money out if they don't have their money anymore.
Exactly, and most people don't leverage into gold, so they can pull it out of there to pay for their other places they had to. So I feel that the same thing is going to happen with crypto before the next crash, but maybe that's what's happening now. Who knows?
Maybe. And we're not really sure like how long this market is going to be, how it is. We chatted to the CEO of Bakkt this morning, and her husband, who's the chairman of the SEC. No, chairman of the New York Stock Exchange. Sorry, I don't know why I'm thinking SEC because I'm thinking about who we have later this afternoon. Jay Clayton is coming, so that's going to be interesting. I would love to chat to that guy. I'm going to see if I can get you guys an interview. We'll see what happens. If you wanted to walk with me, I'm going to walk through and maybe chat to some more people. I have to be on stage again in 20 minutes because I'm emceeing. So let's walk for a little bit and we'll find some more people.
We're talking.
All right, lovely to chat with you, Chris. So this is the food that we get to eat. Got all these different booths here. It's pretty exciting. Maybe I'll go around to Shapeshifts and chat to them for a little bit. See some familiar faces. Oh, Ledger. Oh, they have swag there. Let's have a look at this. So you've got Ledger selling here.
Yes.
Which models are you selling?
Sorry?
Which models? The Nano S?
Nano S, the matte black. We're doing a little Black Friday sale here. Sorry.
I completely wasn't giving in the microphone. Start again.
So we've got the Nano S here. We've got the, thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's the matte black version. This is the classic version. Doing a Black Friday sale, so $49.99, and then we've got the pizza ledgers for.
What is that? Is this what you just purchased? A pizza what is this?
These are not for sale. We're actually giving them away in a raffle today, but it's to celebrate the anniversary. We made them a couple years ago of the day that gentleman purchased.
May 22nd, 2010.
Exactly.
So how do I enter this raffle? Because I want to win one of those pizza
card, or you can. I can give you my business card. You can jot it down.
I'm going to take one of your cards too. I want that pizza ledger. Guys, if you want me to win this pizza ledger, then make sure you write lots of comments and tweet at Ledger and say that NBTV is awesome and we're going to win and all things. Can I borrow a thingy?
Yes.
All right. Okay, write it on one of your cards there.
You can write it on this one.
Oh, you already gave it to me. All right. Naomi Brockwell. Shall I put my Twitter here? My Twitter handle?
Yeah, that works. Or an email would be great, actually, so we can.
You need to be present.
Okay, here it is.
If you're not around, we can.
Wait, I gotta rub it on my belly for good luck. All right,
There you go.
I'm done. We're gonna win. Hi. All right, thanks for chatting with me. Awesome raffle. Does it look like a pizza? Oh, it does look like a pizza. All right, I look forward to winning it. Everyone wish me luck. We can make this happen. All right, so we've got some more food here. It's very interesting food. How much time have I got? I've got like 15 minutes before I have to be back on stage. We've got the dining hall. Oh my God, we've got cakes. Look at this. It's like Mecca. Look at this. All right. I'm going back over here because this is where Shapeshift is. So I'll go say hi. Now I'll grab some cake on the way back. Alpha Point, digital asset custody. Lots of companies through here. Hi, Shapeshift. How are you going today?
Good. How are you doing?
You having fun here? You got lots of little swag. What have we got here?
We have pop sockets. We have stickers.
Wait, pop sockets?
For your phone. Would you like one?
Oh, one of these things you put at the back. All right, I'll take one of these. I only come to the conferences for the swag.
Yeah, me too. Especially in this market.
You got like candies there?
Yeah, we have Shapeshift branded M&Ms.
And Mentos. There's more I can grab.
We have Mentos.
So, like, I don't know if you guys are licensed to talk about this, but how have you seen Shapeshift change since KYC and the account-based system has been introduced?
Ooh, I will definitely get you somebody else who would.
Because I would love to chat about that.
Yeah, we can put you in touch with someone who's a little more qualified to answer on.
Okay, make sure that you send me questions either here on the super chat, or if you go to bitbacker.io, send me a super chat there and I'll shapeshift your questions. So when can I chat? Today? Or are they around?
No one's here from compliance or legal or anything like that. But
well, I'll be in touch. We'll do this.
Maybe I could do a Skype call or something like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this is looking
We're the biz dev department, so.
We're the swag department. As you see, we have it covered. You're definitely the fun department. Compliance is not the fun. It's like the anti-fun department. All right, so this looks awesome. Oh my God, are these glasses cleaners? My glasses are always so. Look at this. This is disgusting. They're so dirty. Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
All right. Let me.
Just take these. This is yours.
Guys. I just need to clean my glasses a bit. This is the greatest day of my life. Thank you, Shapeshift.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll chat to you later. All right, we've got a few more minutes. Oh no, they're taking away the food. I totally forgot to eat lunch. Let's chat to this gentleman here. So you just got off a pretty exciting panel there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah?
Yes, it was how large crypto traders trade crypto.
Yeah. And what did the large crypto traders have to say?
I feel like it's an interesting topic. It's maybe not as different versus traditional investing as you might think, and also unique in a couple of ways, but it seems like a lot of the infrastructure is already set up, and now it's really almost a waiting game. Liquidity's low, price is low, and institutions just need to get some trust and confidence in the market and a lot of their partners.
I have a question for you. So I have this theory that this year we've seen the most regulation in crypto start to be introduced. This is like people are calling of the crypto regulation, and it seems to have coincided with the year of the market top as well. I mean, I just wonder whether this is related, because you see a lot of regulation out there. SEC seems to be changing its mind depending on which chairman you happen to speak to at the time. You have every transaction being taxed. People are not spending because they just don't want to be taxed a boatload of money. So I just wonder whether you think that this regulation in the space that decides to creep in is could possibly be causing this downturn in the market.
Yeah, it's interesting. I heard someone just say that 2017 or 2018 was the year of regulation. I really only think that started like a month or two ago. Pretty much like you said, is the SEC is going to come down on ICOs and these exchanges that trade these tokens. So a lot of them were unregistered securities offerings, or they might be deemed securities now. So we really only saw the first wave of actions around that in the last month or two. I think the next, really the first quarter and the rest of the year is going to, we're going to see a lot more SEC action. And then I think on the other side of the regulation front, the actual bullish side, everyone's hoping for this ETF.
What do you think about that? Do you think that that's going to be a good thing? Do you think it's is it going to change the market at all?
Yeah, I think it would be a great thing. I'm just not that confident one will get approved in the near term. I think the SEC is looking at a lot of these exchanges and the liquidity in the space, and they're thinking things like, is this market manipulated? What are these exchanges? Why are they so global? Why are the prices different? Some of them have literally been hacked before. So when they're looking at the market, it's just really fragmented. Everyone wants this to happen. And we all think it's moving in the right way with this back exchange, these new regulated exchanges coming. But right now, in my head, it's really the SEC is probably going to work on cleaning up these illegal securities offerings. They're probably going to deny an ETF in the midterm, or at least push it back. But in general, this is all good, right? They're going to clear the path of the scammy, illegal ICOs. They're going to tell us what we need to do or what the market needs to look like for an ETF to get approved. So, I mean, generally regulation is good. We just need clarity on what to do and how to move forward. But I don't really think 2018 is the year of regulation. I more think Q4 and Q1 in the next 6 months is going to be much bigger than anything we've seen.
Oh, thank you. So, I mean, a lot of people in the space, especially people who've been involved for a long time, they're not interested in regulation. I mean, it is interesting that you talk about how government and how the regulators are looking at this market. It's very fractured, as you said. You had the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange talking this morning saying, this price, is it manipulated? We don't even know. But I look at Wall Street and I say, this is 100% manipulated. These guys have a direct line of credit with the Federal Reserve, So I mean, I'm not as bullish as you that the regulation is going to help. I think that they didn't do much with Bernie Madoff to help people. A lot of bad things happen in regulated environments. So, in what ways, can we be optimistic that regulation is going to help people? What are the things that consumers should be happy about?
Right, so SEC is right now look, if you want to do one of these initial token sales, basically you need to register it with us. So basically they want ICOs to be more, or any sort of token sale or crypto project at all, be more transparent, give investors more information, register this through the government, essentially just be more compliant, and which will help investors do better analysis to invest in these in the first place. So it's you're essentially getting the scammers out of the market to make way for legitimate businessmen, which will only help retail. And then obviously on the ETF side, if the SEC is hey, we don't like these certain exchanges or these certain practices there, then that's going to put scrutiny on that exchange to clean up, or they're going to get replaced by a better exchange. So in both of these cases, it's really just clearing the industry of bad actors. I mean, crypto's been the Wild West for 10 years. It's these people that took risks and moved first without really understanding the full regulatory picture that were kind of rewarded. Now some of them have to, kind of pay the price for the mistakes they made. But in general, kind of like I said, I mean, regulation's just really going to help clean up the market. It'll probably be bearish in the meantime, as there will be negative actions against people, but in the long term, it's just going to look more mature and like a more sophisticated, trustworthy market.
Like I see the SEC ramping up before with things like Munchie. They kind of gave people a slap on the wrist. And then now they're starting to gear up and people have to pay more and more money. And if you're saying 2019 is the year of regulation, I'm terrified.
Well,
I have to agree. I mean, I have to admit.
There's something interesting, like the SEC's the first few actions they made, like the Dow report was the first time that they said, like, look, these Dow tokens are securities. They didn't do anything to the founders because that was like their first time that they really said, we understand what's going on, here's the facts. The recent regulatory actions where there were small fines, they were like, look, we laid out, basically we gave you instruction in the Dow report in mid-2017. If you did an ICO after this, you sort of ignored our warning. So it's like, the longer you go where they're giving you more and more clear, like, don't do this, and then you do it, obviously the fine's going to get worse. Like, they're more sympathetic to the people at the start. And really right now, I think it's good that they haven't done a lot of, huge fines or anything. They're basically saying, like, look, entrepreneurs, approach us so we don't have to come get you. Like, let's figure out how to, like, proactively clean up everything going on with your token or offering or whatever. Don't make us have to find you. Don't try and avoid this. Don't. Basically, the takeaway is just, let's turn crypto into like a real trustworthy marketplace so other people can actually trade this.
And then there's always that issue within the crypto market. I think that we're going to see a sharp division. I think we're going to see an area of crypto that is going to be regulated. People might feel more secure if they're used to traditional financial instruments. But then you'll have an area that is going to be very opaque and is going to be kind of driven underground. And we're going to have to see how that battle sort of plays out. I have to head off. We've got to go downstairs upstairs, or I lost track of everything to get back on stage. But wonderful chatting with you. And I pronounced your last name correctly on stage. Sunabor, right?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you so much for chatting with me. All right, let's keep going. I'm wondering, hi. Oh, no. Is it? No. Is it? Yeah. I think they'll probably still be paused completely. So let's get back up to where we have some.
Yeah, I guess as soon as we start going down.
Yeah. Feel free to just jump in and say we're losing connection. Let's go up, and that way. All right, so we are back and hopefully getting less pixelated. Here's the man that we were just chatting to. In case you want to see what his non-pixelated face looks like, that's what it looks like. I have lost my badge. Oh, God. So I may actually, let's just go via Abra here. Bill is not there, so maybe we'll go back later. But guys, this has been wonderful. I have to go back up on stage now and MC the conference today, but I'm going to keep you updated on everything going on. As I said, SEC Chairman Jay Clayton is going to be here later today. So really excited to hear what he has to say. As you know, there's been a lot of dispute, depending on which SEC Chairman you speak to, about how they feel about cryptocurrency, how they feel about ICOs and things. So I'm very interested to see what Jay has to say, and I'll see if I can get an interview with him. Stay tuned, and I'll let you know what goes on there. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will chat to you guys later. Have a wonderful day.